Welcome. I told you we're cooking. Look, let's go close to it. Now this is what I'm doing. Watch here carefully. I'm doing the cooking, right? You say that? You say this? I'm the one cooking. Even if you don't trust what the Lord can do, why do you think human being in flesh and having blood and any other thing, why do you think they cook? Why do you think they eat? You think we are the ones underwater that you are feeding supernaturally? I am the one on this earth since birth, and you have never known what I'm saying. That if I don't cook, if I don't have food physically I eat, you have no way you are fed that anyway. I don't see why we can be in a world that the Lord created and materially food and things are available, and you didn't culturally, you didn't continue that trade, and you are saying nothing, and then you keep on having somebody prophesy. Where is the prophecy? And what is it doing? If I don't eat this food, how am I surviving in the world? I have lived on this survival, but it's never a law. It's not a rule that I should be hungry. You can't judge anybody for carrying your word with judgment again for all the years. This is more than 3 decades to 4 that you've done what I'm saying you don't know. Who should have been born as a child and you have treated him like that? And you think I should be a human being among the things that are sinning. And then you think I am the same. Even you yourself, you have to be destroyed when you sin. Because after you have to also go and come the way it is. So that if I treat you with my law, you will know that I am beyond that thing you taught us. Huh? If my home that is royal, how can a royal home? How can the home of the saints and righteous, how can it be hungry? And you are feeding what? Wrong people. How can you? How could you do that? I, the name Sylvester Kwasi Bekoe, you are punishing the what? The saint, the holy, the spirit, everybody. Who are you? I wasn't born in Accra. So that you come and misquote my name. I wasn't born in hospital. I wasn't born in any clinic. I was born right from the manja, the bamboo. That's how I was born in the house. At the resettlement. What do you think I lived on before I made it? That few 4, 5 years that I've lived, you didn't know what I have gone through. This is the time of the Lord. That if the Lord should raise anybody, that is the military, highest great commander. Because the rule is, when you are not given, whichever way you think you can make it live, because a simple rule you think is the reason. Then we are telling you how we build it. And knowing when we need to give and supply the strength. This is the reason. You see this? I am cooking. You are not the one cooking. There's no miracle that anybody performing than myself preparing this as a miracle that fires and this is the mixture making it happen. Why are you going to say there's a miracle or magic that I believe on that you think is the reason I don't eat or I eat? If I don't eat, why do I talk to people who eat? Go and talk to people who eat. Because I have informed every world what you've done as the reason you can call me your own. Because what you are, I've never seen it. Let me get to my things and tell you that, I don't think you understand after being judged. What judgment again? So you have to be judged. I am not waiting for what? Nonsense. Even though I'm cooking this and you might think it's food, I'm just showing you practically what I'm doing. Do you know this word? You see this word? These two, eh? You see this? Listen. You see, that's a workshop, right? You see what it is? We are going to use it. Look, you know the function. Look, we put it or insert here, insert on the other hand, on the other side, and there you just draw it to your foot level. I'm going to step on it. So whether it's accelerator cable or accelerator and clutch or brake, I'm going to use this automatic. So automatic is cooking. Yeah, this is automatic because it's only two levers. That I step on the two. Yeah, maybe it's an aeroplane, so I'm going to use it in the aeroplane mode, flight mode. So that the two braking system, this is it. To be preparing the special food, the braking system. So you see how the smoke is working well? That's how it is in the cloud when you are up there. Ask them. They travel in the very cloud and do experience these things. I am just myself creating and telling what they are experiencing because I know what they are experiencing there. If I don't put healing in that place, look, I have to do a lot. Look, I need to get this up right now. You see, I'm not cooking on it gas or whatever I do. I have to get it quick and ready. that if I don't have what it takes to cook, there it is. I haven't eaten, but I'm making this practically for you to know that I'm not a pastor or prophet. You are saying you are prophesied to that have ever lived and lived. They are not in themselves, they are in the sleep. Because they prophesy and they don't practically support. So I'm not one, you can't even call us any, because already it's abomination to call us by the name of somebody eating or somebody sinning and claim that it's a virgin sinning. I don't think so. I'm not a God. And you can't call me among any of them. Because you are not the one who created this one. What you created, you fed those people to eat so that they can sing well for you. So they are singing for you well. And you are watching them. Yeah, that's, and how can you kind of say he's the one who came and the world sin? If they were many and named after themselves, where is other people? Or where are the others? So I'm not the one in your nose. I am not in the armpit. And I'm not under your feet. Tell my people out of the feet of you. But I'm talking about the head of the nonsense people. But the demon out of here. Our head is not a gallon and it's not a bucket. We have stored no water in the head. You have allowed sin to go on, even after the 2,000-year expiration, and that is what the one mileage. So that the mileage means what? The millennial age. So you didn't know when I code it, I have to tell what it means. Millennium means when they put it on the car or speedometer mileage, calculating speed and distance covered, that mileage in a mile as they are calculating it is the millennium age. The millennium age. Mileage means millennium age. If you don't expect it and it returns, so you have really been shocked. And I'm the one asking, who is the Lord that set up the rule? There is somebody on earth, and he doesn't have the food to eat. And I can't eat the food that is rotten to tell me that I'm the one who corrupted. You can judge me on any basis. Because I disagree with you. You have not created a human being like my type. There's human being that have raised this by keeping the law. So nobody can be a God in any way. I'm not a shrine. Because I'm not anybody. If Malam cooks, if lamb cooks, whatever, we are cooking our food. With the function of the air, water, fire, mixture on this earth, we are preparing miracle. You have never eaten this food. You have never eaten anything on earth cooked that you may eat. So the ones who used to eat it from the books as reserved those days and this time, they eat. So they have understood the game that the soul for eating on earth, and ever eating on earth as an angel, that makes them everyday eating. So when we return, we have to eat. We are not the people you want to say are in your dream. We are not in a dream. If you don't know that you are in a dream, even in the dream we eat. We cook in the dream and eat. I cook in the vision wise and feed the ones who are the souls who have left. You don't know that I cook for them and they eat. I live with them as we are living here. But not everybody. It's just my home. The one who prayed that I came. I won't tell you about it. I cook as I am cooking here. Cook for them to eat. Because if it should be a word that you have to have it before you can testify, I tell you. That you wish that I made, yes. But you don't know what also prevented. You don't know my work. The workforce is not as an easy task that you may have had from your generation, because you have every right to be eating from your maybe parent. But for my own also having parents, you don't know their level, what it needed to do. I am the only one that was born in Nkonya Day. I am making this. You will tell me that we are the one you are sending money to. I don't think you are normal. I don't think you are correct, and I don't think you are hybrid. To know if you have to move on a 1 liter vehicle before it moves, I don't think you have to make it quarter. And you are telling that it will move or walk, or it will mile. The meal, that is a male and female. So the male and female is what I'm doing. This, what makes the food female, or what makes the fire male, they are working for you. How you can react, heat, and things on earth that is prepared from vegetation, and they form one thing that you want to say FM or frequency modulation. They are telling you the reactions, the signs that you don't understand. Is this. If you came and it's going on, you have to do it, but also learn to know. Learn to know what we need. Don't be telling us things in the Bible, in the book of faith, where faith only completes it when it works. You have never had any faith that works. So hold on, just a moment of silence. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting in fueling to just keep a food. You see that even how to get fire or cook something, it's even hard to do in Accra. Yet I'm doing it in Accra here. So when you see the white people and then they are in their self-contained, then the chimney smoke is up, it means something's going on. I told you I didn't come to joke in the world to disobey the law. I'd rather keep it than somebody trying to shake the law. Is the reason you have to see all this happening. What I'm cooking, look, it's just something very small. That was the reason I'm doing what I'm doing. Yesterday I had to go buy what? I had to go buy this special mixture from maize. And I prepare porridge, and that's what I leave on in the evening. And I did it. So the remain is what I'm going to add another thing, fuel, to just make it like I can eat. Even though I don't have soup, I don't have nothing, no fish, nothing. So don't tell me that there's a Lord on this earth. He has never, the Lord that you think you believe is because you are sinning and you don't know the reality. That's why when you are eating, you think the one who is not getting food to eat is a sinner. You don't know what you are doing. Judge yourself. Look, your level, you should look at it. This myself here, you don't know. You think that you fail to learn to understand and then you are giving the benefit of the doubt that you don't understand you should eat. But no master and no star returned to this earth without learning his own course. If I were just living and then I had everything, eating and everything, it would be like, I didn't come and help the families or on earth while I was taken to the world. It's like you just came and enjoy from being a child to a mother and father. I didn't do that. I am myself who came. You have had it like that. That's why you don't know anything. You don't learn. And they are getting you to school. School was somebody's philosophy. I didn't come to do the nonsense of things. I didn't come to do the non-nonsense. Why do you think the food will be cooked if I have to say it's food? Already I'm playing with it. Yeah, because the fire even is showing. You see, when you are seeing on the screen, the smoke, the particulates of the things, fire outlet, and healing is on. You don't know the one who keep you as a saint. That's where they talk of a saint. Where this fire and things that are keep to keep the flesh holy and things not rotten, you don't know what it is. You have no idea. If you have no power, it will never be appointed unto you to be a saint. It is what a saint can do, which is reality, that makes it called a saint. That's angel. You won't put it as a title on your name. Angel is not a title. Those days in Nkonya where we'll be cooking the fire and smoke like this, I would never want to go too close to the smoke. Because when I came, things were not as it is now. So I have to heal those things. It became spirit before I can use it. That's why it's become for healing. I never agreed to what. Even most of the reason I don't even want to go to farm, because I don't want the flower weed on the roadside. I don't want it to touch my skin or my foot. Especially when daytime, like early, you want to say there's water on the plant. I don't want it because it's like my skin is different person. See my smoke up, don't talk about it because it is handling life affair. That with the smoke, there's no ghost. Nobody else apart from who I keep. They can come in here as they will. No. Because they say, you want me here, we are not dead. We are not living in the graveyard of somebody. Even in the cemetery, some of them they keep up fire up right there. Can you see that? So I'm not the one people have really been cooking for, because I have not married and I'm living by the law. And you are saying you don't agree that I'm not the same person they said they've married to. I'm not doing what somebody says. You read the law and you are breaking it. I don't do that. You have made it for me to show you that I disrespect any nonsense rule. Because if you yourself you are making nonsense, I have to tell you nonsense. That's the definition. Who is not dead is not dead. It's alive. I can't make a healing and then you come and spoil it. You are rubbish. That's why I'm using the tenses now like that. So this is how I live the kind of life that I can hold. Cook for what? My people. From childhood. And I've been cooking for them any little time or opportunity I was given. Those days I would love to cook the banku, sit before it and cook. At least I've been involved in a quite number. Anytime I have to eat, I will have to cook. Because they will be sending my going and up and out errands. Yes. So if the best was kept for us, it won't be the spoil that will come in. We have not kept your home. We don't have any house built for any spoil. You will never enter my home. If you dare try it, I'll have to show you. Because whoever is supporting your nonsense, it will come to my house. My home is a saint. If you don't know what we are saying, I have no stone worship. I have no animal worship. We are keeping those things. They are normal to us. I won't be the one you think should have died so that you come and call it that nonsense and foolish thing that you are doing. That he should come, he that is the great one, when he comes, you the human being, you are the one growing horns to make the Lord himself return to where? So that you call him again to flesh. You think you are the one who predestined my life. So time at this moment I want to add a little water to it because when you cook to a certain state it gets hard or like it's really solidified to a state. Can't press like you say this. Watch here. Like you have to look at the press mode and the swallowing mode and what it feels like if really it will be hard. We have a very special way you have it. But you cannot do it also so that it will become something that you cannot release from your very hand or fingertip. Like there's a way, if you don't cook it well, you can cook it like in more watery form, which is something that you cannot say you like, but it will be like more sticky thing. No, you have to have it to be well cooked and released. So I've thrown it to where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to add just a little water to get it to that final stage. Yeah, so the process cooking while we leave it on fire to keep up heat process and boiling stage, like you really mean the cause right here. Yeah, those things we really need to have it work functioning. Don't get out of the place. So that little water we put on or put around it is just about to be a mixture for softening to that desired level. You want to tell me that if you eat something more like porridge, if you don't know the difference between those things, you can cook for us to eat because we don't live like a kind of man that want to say he's as weak as you cannot swallow easily. Yeah, when there's a problem, you need to have knowledge how to keep things up. Doing this, I have not learned it from anybody else than the situation telling how we do it. And that's how the spirit is. So if you are not trained with the spirit to have all these things teaching or making it known to the world, you have really not been the person living. That you can just work mightily falling a falling lion, and then you only eat and eat and eat, and one day you're losing your teeth. I have not been eating meat and breaking bones. How do I lose my teeth? That all this, the Lord will pay for it. I'm not telling you. Because there's no way you could turn a person who doesn't eat meat or human being, because the situation, if it doesn't allow us to be eating those, then you thought the best way you could receive us or keep was to have us lose our teeth and all these things. I don't think you can pay. That you want to tell that the king doesn't have what? Then we tell you what you don't know return. If you have done this and you think you have won, you won't call me a son or father. Because I don't see you anywhere being a creator. You are imperfect creator. So what we made within Konya, that's what made the world. That's why we rule our world. If you think you are by the law, go to the court, tell them the rule from heaven that is given to them that dwell before the mountain, watching it every day and seeing the waters every day. If you think they are wrong, tell the Lord he should remove the mountain and the water so that we place it where he thinks, where they say it is going to be, that there won't be war, there won't be fire, there won't be teaching, there won't be doing righteous thing. You know that water carries its own self by his spirit. Mountain carries its own self by his spirit. And then every other place that we're going to tell you, who are the kind of people who can live with this, in this, except the only righteous, the Lord gave power. If you don't know the difference between what, just on a dry land or a place that it just rain, or you just have a vegetation, but you don't have a forest, all these things are different jungle, living life. A wilderness, you have no single spirit. Many. Did you hear that? Yeah, I want to show that we are not as babies joking when I need to have this function. In that part where, you see, the people who live, let's say, just around Accra, they only have the waters to be, you want to say marine, and other things. But how about the people living with mountains, huge mountains, valleys and hills, and plain and forest, thick forest? What forest do you have in Accra? These are different spirits and different angels and entities, different forces. So those who are able to live with these things in this are different people. You cannot say they are sinning against you, the one living on a plain or like a small land. Somebody is able to live with the water, mountains, jungle, wilderness, hills, valleys, streamline, all these conditions. What do you think you can do about it? When you are giving just a portion, one part of it, and somebody living in the abundance of it, which you are yet to even know more. Let's even take I want to eat it like this. Look. Where have the Lord charged his people to be hungry and forever hungry? I can tell you this. That's why I care about what we need to know and what we need to understand. Maybe you did something wrong and the Lord is saying, due to that, you have broken the law that feed the food. Yet I make it rain. What law have I broken? He can't call me his own. I'm the one telling you, I have money that is what? Beyond him. So his money level have been corrupt that we can't agree. Because why the agreement is that I can't build for somebody to spoil it that you think it's a relation. It's not a relationship. I can't watch virgins grow and the Lord leave them to spoil, to come and impregnate and marry, and leave some of them and remarry. another person. I said I don't agree. I can't agree with this nonsense. Because there's nowhere written. If there was no book written and it's happening, I will find out. And I'll know, no, this thing, even the same spirit, whether the Bible is written for reference or not, when we come, the same spirit that is even giving the interpretation or creating the thing, the same spirit is this that they were receiving, so that they write it from their vision and dreams. That's the same. Now, just that the part that is above them is that they were not there to witness it, or some of them have not witnessed it, even though they have received it. So that makes it what? A very world. You could say that a person who is without fault, who among the third or 66 or 100 or trillions of prophets in the past and now, who among them you want to say we came from? Are they the same human being, or you have different bones counting different locations? So what have you done? Tell us. Can you see my face? This is my face. Hey, Yabalabashida. This is my face on the feet. Hey, Yabalabashala. Myself, a person who is passionate, desperate, the creator and his greatest Lord, and their beauty and suffering serving, you call that service trashing it, rubbishing it. Ha, yeah, ha, ha. Hey, you don't know who is the returner? What have you done to the flesh that is, look at my skin and my light. On a daylight, that is daytime around 8 o'clock a.m. I do this photo without a flash. Just I want to show you that already I'm not telling you what kind of true self that I am. Or what you see on the skin that you don't take is myself. Light is the skin. Hey, look at how I'm watching carefully. Look at how I'm watching carefully. Care for myself and the others. And you think the Lord should say any good person that comes, he spoils it and call it what? For who? Hey, you can't stand it. You can't stand it. The Lord laughed at you. You can't stand it. Hey, you don't know who I am. That you've done this, and you think I care about the world, whether I do this way or not. Care about it anymore. I only care about my relationship. I don't care about the world, as the world doesn't care about who care about it. Because I've never seen a world that could only be what? A threat. That is from the Lord who calls himself by the kingdom. What kind of sin it is? That it didn't end maybe 1 month or 2 years. And we believe 33, 38, all these years. And you think it is a law for keeping the world, it's never your world. You lose it. That's what I'll tell you how we can cook live. There is nobody, no dwarf, no fish have returned, no malam have sent to us any food magically to say, oh, they are eating, get this. Or a prophet saying, take this and go with it and eat, like also being called as the leader. He that received a leader in the name of a prophet shall not fail to receive a reward of a prophet. And you think you give no respect and you think there's a Lord. And what is the Lord? He's the one cooking, right? Hey, you eat and we'll see. If it will go through the flesh here that you don't respect, or it will come to you as the smoke goes up, they know who is it. Keeping the ruler in the heaven. What's the clouds? What are you looking forward to? That a virgin. You don't see my face on my channel, all the faces that you are seeing. You don't see it, you don't know it. Who is handsome than any of it? Where? Which part of the flesh? No, I'm asking you. Which part of the flesh? Do you see a snake? Do you see a scorpion? I have all this thing living in the spirit of myself. Yet I am the one who cast out. Come out, take a leap, up, up. And you see that through Monday, throughout all the week, Sunday. And you see that through all that it is in the January, February, March, April. You don't know they are all jungles of different animal creatures. Yet when the Lord makes them as human beings, you don't know what spirit is in them. That they told you, for you to be a human that the Lord created for himself, January or any special birth, that you should cast the demon of you out. They are beasts. So if you continue to say you are born, let's say in March or in January or in 5, and you don't know what it has been charged everyone born in a particular month, so that you will learn to know the kind of thing you cannot go with in the Lord or before the Lord, and you think you are just born on that, you have to know that. Let's say, hopefully, you would have been known that or given that the law says whenever somebody born in February or March or January, they should have a kind of unique character and spirit or beast. But for January and February, they are a special day connected that could not what? Become any animal. Because where there is no spirit that creates, you cannot have the Lord himself being what? A scorpion, where there is a need for someone who created a scorpion. So in that case, January was the only January and the month and this time predestined that if it should return, that's where they have clicked or placed the clock according to receiving and intuition and angels, that the Lord should only come up any of that generation. Then it should be how he set up the rule, the things he should be doing. That if the birth take place in that time, there it is indeed the law. I said you don't know the law. You don't see my face. You see that I'm laughing. You don't know what it is. You don't know that. You don't know this. Oh my word. My beauty and myself. You are making it as your generation. If the Lord feel no pain to distraction, I'm not the best. For the Lord and the only people with the home that is not many. Yet we have a clan or family. But the one that made this world is just 1 or 2, 3 people. That's the only one that made it. Only Father, Son,